Thank you for having me. I'm delighted to appear in Little Patuxent Review for a second time. It's wonderful. Let's see. I find in my writing lately this trend of exploring perception, just the way we view our world. And in this poem, it's not enough that a bee just simply goes about its business. We have to give them mythic qualities, emotions, and motives. So I have two voices going on here. What the bee sees and doesn't see. The underbelly of petals, veins in the skin of them, the silver hair of lupin leaves, the pedicels of a pea flower. An infant's lips anointed with honey, as the myth of the gift of eloquence. Outside the hive, forager bees still flying in wing clouds. What the entomologist names erotically the tremble dance. The queen fed royal jelly by her attendants, her thoughts of hyacinths and biscuits. How skin gives way to the stinger, how venom in the blood becomes malice. And now I think this is a good poem for this space. I was asked to write a poem for my church a while back, a poem with an urban focus, and someone read one with a more country focus. I think that all of us know that personification is a tool employed by poets, and it's definitely an act of make-believe. We all make believe when we personify. So I decided to blow life into prayers. I realized later that the word prayers can also be read as prayers, but in this poem, they are definitely not that way at all. They are prayers. Oh, the prayers are there all right. They are the air coming up from the sidewalk grates to the shopping carts. The air a man blows on his hands through the hole in his gloves. The air ribboned by chopper blades. Air cluttered with light that hides the stars. Air bathed by park fountains and fire hydrants. The held breath after the screech of the long skid at St. Paul and Pratt. The space between the pop and pop at 10 o'clock on Lombard. The pause when the siren stops below your window. The moment before the lost kid wails. And some you hear. Prayers streaming from the windows of churches on the east side, on the west side, clapping their hands, shouting, shaking the walls of the row houses on Hollins, on McElderry. Prayers from a microphone outside Lexington Market. From the guy who sweeps the McMuffin wrappers off the street and tells you, yeah, every day is a good day. Prayers laughing in the rec center, breaking ground at the Rose Street Garden. Prayers commiserating with each other on the stoops. Prayers keening in the ER, telling you it hurts here and here. And some you see, the RIP staple gun to the telephone pole, the penciled note below the yellow rose left between the marble feet of Jesus, the stone statue straddling the small pleas, the ashes of prayers. But all of them aren't on their knees. Some are always in a hurry. They drop their G's. They slur. They mumble. They put the accent on the wrong syllable. They use big words so people will think they're smart. Some prayers have funny accents. Some can't seem to put 5, 6, 7, 8 words together. Not because they can't, but because they don't want to look crazy like those guys walking around with phones in their ears or feel like a 4-year-old. Or they're afraid that what they'll get will not be what they asked for. Some have the life recited right out of them, although they're earnest. They think that maybe if they rhyme or do that Hebrew poetry parallel construction thing or mention a deer panting for water, God will answer. They're presumptuous. They mean well, but they bungle it. Then there are prayers with attitude, that prayer in every crowd. They think they're entitled. Those prayers don't care about right-of-way. They run red lights. They play chicken. They do wheelies down Monument Street. They sit next to the drunks on the MTA. They are the drunks on the MTA. They sleep past their stop, then get pissed off at the bus driver. Those prayers are out of control, I tell you. They don't listen. They're crawling under the pews while the pastors preach in storefront and movie theater churches with names like Salvation, Redeemer, Zion, Deliverance, One True Gospel, Ebenezer, Anointed Glory of Apostolic Holiness. They throw hymns like tantrums. They always say they're sorry, though, poking their sharp green leaves through the concrete, offering grubby fistfuls of dandelions and thistle. Some prayers wear big hats with silk roses, sing praise songs all day long. For some reason, you just want to shake them. Others hedge their bets. They confess. They try to be intercessory. They write checks. Why, some prayers don't even know they're prayers, but they are. Those prayers born all day, all night long at university, at Mercy, at Union Memorial, daddy or no daddy, addicted or not, swaddled and adored or not. Those prayers in the other wing, the breasts that touch the ear, the rattle breasts, the remains, the prayers that leave. And some prayers live whole lives of lamentation under the expressway, tapping on the windows of your Explorer. Their eyes are stone. You turn as if those eyes will turn you to stone too. No, I don't know exactly what a prayer is, but I know they are there. The air is filled with them. They roar in the stadium of the world. They groan, they cheer, they leap from their seats. They're still looking for their seats. And someday, I tell you, the answers are going to rain down like confetti on a new year, going to sift down like snow over everything. The eviction notices, the streetlight shrines, the window bars, the barbed wire, the big hats and fat purses, the steeples, and all of the people. I tell you, answers are going to drift down like those soprano notes, clear as rain, notes you thought you could never, ever reach, never feel on your face like good tears, could never put in your mouth, could never really believe are real. I tell you, someday you will know they are there. They are your air, they are real, and that's enough. Thank you.